Okay, hey guys, so this is my video lesson on how to do dividing polynomials, which is lesson 1.3. And so to start off, let's do a recap of long division. And we'll see how many, so this is my example right here, 82 divided by 2, which is equal to 41. And so the way you do that is you see how many times 2 goes into 8, which is 4 times. Subtract 8 by 8, which is 0, and bring down the 2. 2 goes into 2 one time, and there's no remainder. This one does have a remainder, 128 divided by 5, which is equal to 25 with a remainder of 3. And so what you do when you have a remainder is you times the dividend by the divisor, and then you add the remainder. So as you can see here, 25 times 5 plus 3 is equal to 128, which is what we originally had. So it's good. Dividing polynomials is fairly the same, but slightly different. So as a recap, polynomials are expressions with many terms, binomials only have 2 terms, and polynomials can be divided by binomials in long division. So this is just one little thing to get you guys going. So it's 2x3 minus 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 divided by x minus 1. So what you would do is you divide 2x3 by the x to get 2x squared, as you can see in the steps over here. And then you multiply x minus 1 by 2x squared to get 2x cubed minus 2x squared. Then you subtract this by this to get minus x squared. And then you repeat again. You divide the minus x squared by the x to get minus x. And then you multiply by x minus 1 to get minus x squared plus x. Subtract again and bring down the other term. So you have 7x minus 12. You take the x out of that, get 7. Times x minus 1, 7x minus 7, and you have a remainder of 5. So since that was just a brief kind of like, that's how you do it, so now let's move on to some examples. This is example 1. And so we're dividing 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 5 by x plus 3. So same as before, you take the x out of the 2x cubed to make it 2x squared. Over here I've done that. And then you times it by the x plus 3 to get 2x cubed plus 6x squared. Subtract it, and you get minus 2x squared. Bring down the term, plus minus 5x. And then from there, you go again. And you take the x out from the 2x squared to get 2x. And then times it back by x plus 3 to get minus 2x squared minus 6x. And that's actually, sorry, my bad, that's not a 5, that is a 0 because you can't, there's no x term. There's an x cubed and an x squared, but there's no x. So that 5 we'll hold on to for later, and for now, this will be a 0 right here, where I said it was a 5. So subtracting that, you get 6x minus 5. Take the x out of that, you get 6 times x plus 3 is 6x plus 18. Subtract the minus 5 by the plus 18, and you get negative 23, which is correct, I think. So that's our answer, which is 2x squared minus 2x plus 6 up here, with a remainder of negative 23. Example 2 now. We're dividing x cubed minus 4x squared plus 2x plus 5 by x minus 2. So take the x out of the x cubed, that's x squared, over here, times x minus 2, which is x cubed minus 2x squared. Do the subtraction on that, you still come out, the answer is minus 2x squared. Bring down this term, plus 2x. Then you take the x out again, minus 2x times x minus 2, which is minus 2x plus 4x right there. Subtract that again, minus 2x plus 5, bring that down. Then you take the x out of that, minus 2 times x minus 2, you get minus 2x plus 4 with a remainder of 1. So the answer is x squared minus 2x minus 2 with 1 remaining. So this is the shortest part of the lesson. This is the remainder theorem. And this is how to tell if the remainder you got is correct. So it's kind of like checking if you were right. And so when a polynomial is divided by a binomial, the remainder is equal to p times b over a. And a can't be 0, and a and b are integers. So in example 1, we divided 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 5 by x plus 3 So p minus 3, because you have to take this 3 away from the x, so it becomes minus 3. So p minus 3 equals 2 times minus 3 cubed plus 4 times minus 3 squared minus 5. And if you do all that, you get negative 23, so that's good. We did it right. In example 2, we divided x cubed minus 4x plus 2x plus 5 by x minus 2. So p times 2 is equal to 2 cubed minus 4 times 2 squared plus 2 times 2 plus 5. And if you do all that, you get 1. So we were correct. And that's the lesson, guys. There's nothing else, and I hope you enjoyed.